I welcome to all the course on refrigeration and air conditioning. In this lecture, I will cover the refrigeration effect, application of the refrigeration, and air refrigeration system. Let's start the refrigerating effect. What is refrigerating effect? So, it is the amount of heat energy removed per unit time from the space to be cooled by the refrigeration process. Generally, it is expressed in kilowatt or kilojoule per second. The refrigerating effect is also called as the capacity of the refrigerator. Just now you are calculated the unit of that capacity of the refrigerator, that is the ton of refrigeration. Let's start the application of the refrigeration. The major application in the food processing and preservation and distribution. I am giving some example of the food processing, preservation and distribution. Let to consider, I am giving example. First example, let to consider the dairy product. In the dairy product, when processing, we should to keep the environment the cool, otherwise the bacteria will be developed. After processing the dairy product, you have to preserve for a long time. For that reason also the refrigeration is required. After that, you have to distribute to different places. For that reason also the refrigeration is required. The second example, chemical process and chemical and the process industry. I am giving few example the application of the chemical process and the industry. The first example is the separation of gases. Separation of gases in the photochemical plant, the temperature as low as minus 150 degrees Celsius with the refrigeration capacity as high as 10,000 tons of refrigeration. Okay, so for separation of gases, refrigeration process is required. Second example in the chemical process industry, that is the condensation of gases, and these are the major application in the chemical process and the industry. Let's go to third example, cold treatment of metal, medical and the construction. Day to life you are observing in your home, you are keeping medicine inside the refrigerator. Why? Because if you keep it outside, the bacteria will develop and damage the quality of the medicine. For that reason, you are keeping the medicine inside the refrigerator so that the bacteria will not develop. The, Again, in the construction side, how you are using the refrigeration and air conditioning. I am giving example when the cooling of concrete for heavy structure like dam, you are using refrigerator cooling. Why? The cooling of concrete is the exothermic reaction. That heat of reaction need to be removed, otherwise it will crack on the structure takes place. In order to avoid the crack on the structure, the refrigeration is required. So these are the example of the application of the refrigerator. Let's to come the air refrigeration cycle. Before going to air refrigeration cycle, first you have to assume the air as a refrigerant in the air refrigeration cycle. So, when you are considering air as a refrigerant, at that time you have to consider you are taking the ideal gas. Okay, so the working fluid is a fixed mass of air and that behave as a ideal gas. And all the process within the cycle you are considering the reversible. Reversible means internally reversible, means there is no loss. Okay, then third assumption, in the air refrigeration cycle the specific heat of air remain constant throughout the cycle. So here the specific heat is constant. Okay, so if you see air refrigeration system types, there are majorly two types are there. One is open system, another is the closed system. Let's start the open system. Now you see in the open system how many components, major components are required. So first here is the compressor, second device is the cooler, and third device is the expander. Okay, and here you are using the motor as a prime mover. Okay, so motor you are using to running the compressor as well as the expander, because you observe here the compressor and the expander both are coupling to each other. Let's start the working principle of the open air refrigeration system. As I am telling, this is an open air refrigeration system. This cold air direct contact to the room space, and from the room space it is suction to the compressor, means that here in the suction you are taking the atmospheric air at atmospheric pressure and atmospheric temperature. Now again you are compressing to, let to consider you are compressing at P1 and you are compressing to P2. So P2 is greater than P1. You are compressing means you are increasing the pressure as well as the temperature. In the cooler, at constant pressure you are decreasing the temperature. Okay, by air medium or by water medium you are decreasing the temperature at constant pressure. After that it is passing through the expander. Expander means, as you see, the volume is increases. As the volume is increases, the pressure and the temperature is decreasing. So the pressure is decreasing to the atmospheric pressure, so that it will go so that it will be circulated inside the room. So this is the open air refrigeration system. Let's see what are the advantage and the disadvantage of open air refrigeration system. So just now I explained the open air refrigeration system. In this system, the refrigeration is obtained by three basic steps like compression, cooling and the expansion, and accompanied by some extraction of work. In this, refrigerator is replaced by the actual space to be cooled with air expand to the atmospheric pressure, circulate through the cold room, then it is compressed to the cooler pressure. This pressure of operation in this system is inherently limited to the operation of atmospheric pressure in the refrigerator, because of it is a open air refrigeration system. So here the it is limited. Okay, so in the air, after expansion directly lead to the condensed space. It is therefore necessary that air should be expand to the atmospheric air. So as you see it is increase, you have to expand up to atmospheric pressure, so larger volume to be handled, so that it will come to the atmospheric pressure. For that reason, here size of the compressor and the expander should to be large. Let to come advantage and the disadvantage and the application. The main advantage, it does not require heat exchange for the refrigeration process. Okay, second advantage here, this save the weight and the cost of the equipment. So you are avoid the heat exchanger, so it is save the weight as well as the cost of that heat exchanger. But here major disadvantage here, the size of the compressor and the expander should to be large because of the air is supplied to the refrigerator at atmospheric pressure. At atmospheric pressure you have to increase the pressure, the suction pressure always the atmospheric pressure. So here the pressure ratio is high. If the pressure ratio is high means you have to use big size compressor and the expander. Second example, second disadvantage, the in the atmospheric air the moisture is present. When the moisture is carried away by the air and circulate through the cool spaces, which leads to formation of ice. So at the end of the expansion it will block the line. That is the main disadvantage of the open air refrigeration system. And where you are using, generally you are using in the aircraft, because in the aircraft at high atmosphere, okay, high altitude, what will happen, pressure will be decreased. You want increase the pressure of the cabin as well as the cooled air. So to achieve both things you are using the open air refrigeration system, so that we can increase the cabin pressure as well as condition at once. So these are the main application. This is the most example of the open air refrigeration system.